Hey everybody, we're live
Oh,
right
hello,
now on all
hello.
platforms, and my special guest is T Strong. Hey T Strong,
Hey, how you doing? How you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing great. I'm doing awesome. I just left the doctor with good news. So I would say
Oh,
I'm blessed.com.
amen. Now I need you. You it's a little dark, so I need you
I'm
to
gonna
maybe
go in the
face
other
the
room.
light.
Yeah, I'm gonna go in the other room. I'm on my way in the other room. Sorry about
Okay,
that. Yeah.
okay, everybody. I'm glad to be here with T Strong, my friend, my TikTok friend, and boy, she's such an inspiration. And I just wanted to touch base with her because of uh what she was saying on TikTok. It's very inspirational. So T Strong, first of all, thank you for coming and thank you for being you. And
Yes.
tell us a little bit about yourself, and then you can probably gonna tell them why you here. Y'all gonna find out why she's here live with us. We're representing the new show that we have as a club. It's called Sister Girl Chat. Also representing London's Love Care and Shares organization that we that birthed through us when my own daughter, my own sweet Irene, was diagnosed with cancer. And thank God she's a survivor right now. And so we got Miss T. Miss T, tell us about yourself and what's happening.
Okay, I'm walking to the other room. Everyone forgive me. I'm trying to go where it's more enlightening. It's so hot and I'm
Okay.
having hot flashes. Okay, my name is T Strong. And I'm a stage 4 cancer survivor. I was diagnosed in 2019 with stage 1 breast cancer at the time. However, here I am now to this day, stage 4. But again, I went to the doctor today and they said my test results looked great. So
What?
here I am
What?
standing, and they said that she see one little spot right here, but she said that they don't even know if it's cancer. But with that being said, I am a strong person. I have made up in my mind when I walked in the doctor today. I was like, I'm not going to go up in here stressing myself because everybody's life is terminal. So whether you ill or not, it's very important that you know that you are still on the plateau with everybody else. We all was promised one thing when we was born, that we all gotta leave here. So it's no reason to stress it out because it's nothing we can barter with God. So I'm
Yeah.
just here to encourage people. And I really want to encourage people who are sick and down and out. Because sometimes we get diagnosed and it kills our spirits right away.
Yeah.
Even me myself, when I first got diagnosed, I honestly thought I was going to Pine Rest. My mom was like, "Girl, I'm taking you to Pine Rest," because I checked out. But I prayed and God showed me my lump. God showed me what I needed to do. And now here I am now, like, hey, what's up, cancer? You can't do nothing with me. So
Amen to that. Listen, so when did you went to the doctor after we talked or before we talked?
after we talk, so what happened is every 3 months I go for a scan. Of course, because I'm stage 4, but I've been in remission for about almost a year. Well, it's been about a year that I've been in full blown remission. So I went Friday, did my test scans, and then I went today and got my results. So that's what I've been up to. I wanted to get cute for y'all, but after running around doing all that, I was like, this is what it is.
I know. So this is good news. After you went on the live and you were saying what the doctors was telling you, and you said you didn't accept that. You said this is what you said. Something like this. You said, "I'm taking myself back," or
I
you take
control back of my life. It's
yeah,
taking control back of my life because when you get diagnosed with stuff, sometimes we let our mind run us. And I chose to feel like I'm gonna beat the cancer up mentally. I feel like mentally you can put yourself in a place of healing. First of all, because if you think that you're finna die, of course you're gonna be dying. But I choose to live. I decided, I said, Lord, I prayed about a few things. And I know God, He has always completed my prayers. And so I feel it in my heart that I'm just gonna be here to see the things that I prayed about. So I chose to take my life back from the situation.
So we say you said all this for you got the good news, right?
Yes, before I got the good news, I
That's what
walked
I'm
out there
saying.
like,
I
what?
didn't see. I didn't know this, y'all. I didn't know the good news. I heard her saying the good news on TikTok earlier, talking about, hey, you said I'm gonna take my life back. You might have said it, but I'm not thinking about that. I'm gonna live my life. And then I looked at some of your other TikToks on there, and you say, hey, you always talk about, I'm living my life. I'm living life right now.
Living my best life.
Yeah,
my best
like
life.
a lot of positivity that was coming from you about that all on your TikTok. So I said, you know what? If I can just touch base with this lady right here, so we can get an interview from her. And you responded. So I'm happy, so happy you responded, because a lot of people need to be inspired. They need to hear somebody like you. They need to see somebody like you. That's and then you talking about, hey, God gonna, what you say? This is what you said. You said something, but near the end you said God made this. So you said it's all right. But God's gonna, it's all, something about God, and it's all right. I said,
all right.
So people need to hear, and I was just so pleased and happy. And then you are in Michigan, right? Are you in Michigan?
Yes, I am. I'm in Michigan, born and raised. And it's crazy because I was actually afraid. Like, I had a phobia of cancer and HIV like my whole life. So when I got diagnosed with cancer, it was like definitely like a jab in the gut, because I'm like, oh my God, I done got diagnosed with something that I had a fear of all my life. But then God showed me, I brought you to this because I actually found my own lump. And that's what ended up getting me through it, because God said, I showed you the lump. So how you not going to trust me? Wow. I brought you here, so you're going to be all right. It's a whole long story as to what happened with me. But what I will say is that it was God in the midst of everything. And if you got God in your life, you will get the answers that you need. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to say I'm a holier than thou person, but I definitely am big on my faith, because I said faith without works is dead. So either I'm going to trust or I'm not going to trust them. And that's in any situation. It could be with cancer. It could be in a relationship. It could be with whatever going on in your life. Either you're going to trust them or you're not. I mean, that's just the bottom line.
Yeah. And then what I was also, I've been following you. I didn't just start following you because, like, I was seeing you because I friended you. Then I also hit that little bell on TikTok. So whenever this lady show up, it's going to pop up so I can see what's happening. So I ain't seen you for a while. Then I see you. But so I have been following you because you were even so transparent on TikTok. Then you just showing people what happened to you, your surgeries and everything. Oh yeah, we didn't talk about the surgeries that she already had. All of that. You just did. I'm like, this lady is out cold, bold, right though. Good, the good kind of bold. And it takes a lot to even do something like that, So with that kind of spirit you have, it's like you can't do.
You have to learn to be thankful for everything that you have. When I decided to go flat from the breast cancer, it was a decision that I made, and I'm actually happy and comfortable with it, because I was originally going to get reconstruction. But my journey, this is my opinion. So for those who decide to get reconstruction, I support y'all. It's nothing against y'all. This is just my opinion. And the photo you have up, I don't even know if you noticed that's one of my photos I took with my breast removed. It was another Photoshop, but I chose to just love myself flat. No, I don't want to go through all those surgeries, because you could get reconstruction and then be so miserable because you have infections. You bring on problems. I know so many people who brought on more problems, and I'm like, having cancer is a battle in itself. Why would I want to bring on another problem for some breasts? So I didn't want to chance nothing. I just went for it, and I said I was going to stand on my faith and stay flat. And if a man want me or not, hey, I ain't worried about him. I'm trying to live.
Listen,
and I don't have no problems in that department without him either. Hey.
I'm going to say, you all that personality and love. A lot of times people don't know. People love people for who they are, the personality, the love that they have. And people, many times, they don't even pay attention to that when they see your heart and your spirit, So I just want to commend you. I want to say thank you. I want to stay connected. I want us to stay. I've been watching. See, I never. I think I did probably give. I don't know if I'll send you some hearts or something. But so I like I said, I've been. You're one of the ones that I watch, and this is where TikTok is a good thing. It's a good thing because it's a lot of good things, and you're one of the good things on TikTok that people.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, they can swing by, and I'm telling you, you got 6 digits of viewers.
Not yet, do I?
Wait a minute, look! I looked on there. You had a lot of viewers. You know, a lot of people stopped and look at you. And I was 20-something thousand. I go, what, girl? You got a lot of people watching you.
The thing is, I want to encourage. If I encourage one person, that's really all I really want to do, because every day somebody's going to get diagnosed. Every day somebody's going to support somebody going through, or every day somebody's going to be faced with something somewhere in the world, you know. And I just wanted to encourage them, because I just remember when I got diagnosed. When I got diagnosed, I kind of lost it. Like, I really did need help, because I just couldn't imagine if I was going to be here the next day, the next week, the next month. I couldn't see myself being here today. So when I say that I'm so honored to be here today, I'm so honored to be here, because when they said you have cancer, I didn't see myself being here longer than a week. I really didn't. I really didn't. Here I am.
Look at you though. But look at
you.
Look at
me now. Look at me now.
You.
Look at me now. You know what I'm saying? I said, this is war. You know what I'm saying? I got to do what I got to do. You know, I got babies out here.
Then you got a son. Congratulations on your son. Was that his graduation this year?
Yes, I just had one graduate this year from high school. I have another son who already graduated 2 years ago, and then I have a 12-year-old. So, you know, I asked the Lord before I got diagnosed. It's like I knew something was going to be wrong with me, though. I'm telling you, I felt it in my guts. And I used to always say this prayer, like, Lord, please let me see my youngest get grown. And then when I got diagnosed, I was like, oh my God, Lord, please just let me live to see something. And you know, that's what I asked him. And I'm trusting God gonna let me see my baby get grown. I don't care. I have already made up in my mind the Lord gonna bless me to see my 12-year-old get grown.
Well, the Lord has blessed you this far.
Yes, he has.
Before now, I'm gonna guarantee y'all folks, when I talked to her this morning, when she called me this morning and connected, and after I seen that video, she didn't know what the diagnosis was going to be. But you claimed it. You did claim it, though, because you was claiming it on TikTok. You know, I don't care what nobody say. It's God said it's going to be all right. And you said, I feel good. You was like really giving it to us, you know. So and this is good for, like you said, for everybody, but anybody that's going through right now. So you are a big encouragement. A big. Now, you're the kind of person why we started our London Love, Care and Share. Care and Share. It's like when people are going through and they see somebody like you come on in the middle of what you're going through and still uplifted, still inspiring, still believing. And I do want to say this now. I look through some of your TikTok and I've been following you. And I got to say, I've seen you grow stronger up to this time. Seems like you gotten stronger.
I have. It's like I'm not even gonna lie. I feel like I'm a powerhouse now, because it was a lot, because I had went through chemo, then I got the double mastectomy, then I went through radiation. And when I finished all that, 2 weeks later, they told me I had spread. So mentally, I had to get here. It took a lot for me to get here. You know, for me to go through all that and to think that I was okay. And then boom, 2 weeks later, it's like it done spread. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It just took me to a dark place, but I chose to pick myself up, because the moment I changed my mind, I started feeling better. But long as I was like, oh, I got cancer. Oh, I got cancer. I wasn't getting nowhere. But the moment I said, you know what? Well, if I got 10 days, I'm going to live the best 10 days of my life. I'm going to live the best, however many days I got. Every day going to be a good day. You know why? Because I opened up my eyes and I'm thankful to the Lord. And once I start feeling like I choose to live and not die, my whole everything has just changed. It just changed.
Yeah. Okay, so we hooked up now. We hooked up with another sister girl chat, and someone that really represents the love, care, and share that people have. And that's what this is all about. It's not always like Sometimes oh, they wear a lot of money. And money is good if you can get it, but sometimes it's not just that. Some people have a lot of money, but they still don't have what you have. They don't still have the strength. They don't have the belief. And if that's what you need to have, And you talk about God. So even in the midst of everything going on, you still talk about God. And He's the one. He's the one. So you're a shining star. And of course, I put you on my prayer list today. Every Monday night at 6:00, we go live and we say all the people's names and all the situations, and the pastors, the preachers, they prayed. But I just call everyone. So I put your name. I talked about you because I told them that I hope that they will watch us tonight because we got a powerhouse coming on tonight around 7:30. Yeah. Oh, y'all apologize for being a little late, but and here you are. So I hope that we can sit hooked up. This lady, she ain't stopped. You just got off of work, didn't you?
Yeah, actually, I take care of a family member who actually is sick. The Lord blessed me to do that too. I go every day and I take care of a family member who's severely ill. And the Lord put it on my heart to help them. So I go help this family member every day. And then I come home and I be mom, So, hey, as long as I can get up, I'm telling you, if I can help anybody in any kind of way, that's what I'm going to do. I feel like that's our only purpose here in life anyway, is to help others. If you can't help them, don't hurt them. Hey.
All right. Look, listen to that now. The story is getting bigger and bigger. So you have been, and you had a good test results today. But the thing is, in the midst of all this has been going on before you knew your test results, right? Yes. Is that you go to work. When you told me, I said, girl, I'm pulled up to work. Now I'm getting ready to go. So I said, this girl, with all this energy and whatever you're going through, you got holding down a job. You a mother of 3. And then this I didn't know that you are caregiving.
Yes.
To somebody else.
I am because I really want people to know that, even though you're sick, the person that I take care of, I try to encourage her, even though you're sick, don't mean it's the end of the world. Just because the doctor tell you something don't mean nothing. Because I'm telling you, about 10 people that was praying for me, they died before me. I tell people all the time.
Yeah, I heard that. You said that.
You know different than me. So, I mean, at the end of the day, I just try to encourage people that I'm around to let them know, don't count yourself out just because of a diagnosis, because you'll be surprised how many people. I had COVID 4 times. Do you know I never got hospitalized, not one time?
Really?
And that's when I first got diagnosed with stage 4.
So you had COVID and cancer?
Yeah, COVID and the cancer. I never went to the hospital and got hospitalized one time from the COVID. So I know that my life is covered. You know what I mean? I know my life is covered. The Lord has showed me that I must have a purpose here. And if I got a purpose, I'm gonna try to fulfill that, whatever the Lord is that He wants from me.
Woo. This is called God's superhuman power that He empowers you with. That was superhuman stuff.
Yeah, I never
only God can do.
With COVID. I never went to the hospital. I didn't even know I had the COVID till people around me was having it. Like, only thing I did was lost my taste and smell. I mean, I just really thank the Lord for that, because I'm like, if I get COVID, I'm gonna die. That says who? Says who?
Wow.
Say that.
And see, listen to this. You were talking like that, so that goes to show you that God had you covered. Even every time you feeling like, okay, you're gonna check out, because you said when you first got the diagnosis, you felt it was time. You was ready to go, like you was planning to go. Yeah. And thank God for your mom, whoever your mom is. Because what your mama say? Did your mama tell you she not taking you? No, that you wasn't gonna.
My mom was gonna take me to Pine Rest because I was losing it. Like, because I was walking through the house.
Now what's Pine Rest? What is that?
Pine Rest is a place where you go when it's like a place for people when they losing their mind. I'm gonna be honest with you. When they said cancer, girl, I checked out. I was like, oh hell no, I'm gonna die. I was like, oh Lord, because you could look at everybody in the room, can't nobody help. You could look at the doctor, you could look at your mama, you could look at your daddy, and can't nobody help you but one person. And so I felt helpless because I'm already claustrophobic, but I felt really helpless because who was going to help me besides the Lord?
Wow.
So
wow.
I really had checked out. I was like, man, can't no pill help me. Can't nothing help me. And people don't understand that. Like, it's different when you get diagnosed with something that can't nobody help you with. The doctors can help you, but it ain't no guarantee.
Wow. I'm telling you, you have a lot to tell. You've been through it, and then you came out of it, and you still here, you know, and like you said you checked out, you lost it. So you've been through it, but God still was there, had his hands on you the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
And then you come to the realization. That's the thing. You came to the realization at, I don't know how long it took you to get that good thought in your mind, but you got that inspiration to live.
I did.
Just
He's
live.
like, I brought you to it and I'm finna get you through it. And I was like, all right, let's go, Lord. It's me and you. Let's go. Let's go, you know? So that's what it was. You know, sometimes you have to pick and choose your battles. Is you gonna let the Lord do his work or you gonna keep challenging him? And I choose not to challenge him because at the end of the day, he is bigger and greater than what we can never do for ourselves. You know what I'm saying? So, and I seen it. And people be like, wow, you made a 360. Yeah, I did. If I wanted to live, I had to, because I was gonna kill myself just from my mind.
Wow. And I will say that there was a doctor that like when my daughter was going through everything, she went through the chemotherapy, radiation, all of that. And it was deep. It was, especially, see, the thing is, it wasn't me, but I was there, and she never been through this before. I never was around anybody that been through this before. And you don't know when they tell you this, do you really know? You just kind of listen to what they're saying, and what should I do this, or what should I do, or this? And I'm telling you, God is the only one that can keep you and bring you out. But there was one older doctor there from Asia. He told us in the radiation room, he told her, he said, one thing I want to tell you. And I said, Lord, this man gonna retire. I hope he don't retire, because you don't find doctors that talk to you and strengthen you and inspire you. They might just give you the news and it's like slap, slap. Okay, you ain't gonna last too long, bye, and that's it. But he was telling us, he said one important thing. He said, stay positive. Stay positive. And we both told him, said, we believe in God. We are positive to God, about God. That's who we have. That's all we have. But just to hear him say that, stay positive is what will help bring you out. And then also he would say about being positive. That one doctor we saw in the middle, we saw a few doctors, and my daughter walked in there, and I'm bragging on God now. Okay, walked in the room after she been through everything, and there's something else going on, and she just looked at her. She was looking all like eyes all pushed out. We're going like, well, why is she looking like that? She said, do you know? She said, do you know? I don't know if she said, do you know that people don't make it through what you've been through? Well, okay, we still hanging with God going through this, but that she just like was sitting there with amazement, because she said people don't. She said, do you understand though, with what you have been through? Do you understand?
Right.
We hanging with God, okay? We hanging with God, and God gonna get us through this, you know.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
that same doctor said that sometimes people give up on the will to live. Yeah. And so when they give up on the will to live, they die because they gave up.
Very true. Very true.
That's the main thing for a doctor to tell you that. Doctor tell you about the will to live. A lot of people, once you get in, it's sometimes the bedside manner of the medical field is terrible. Yeah. Terrible.
Yeah, it is.
Like, where's the feelings? Where's the, if you're gonna talk to somebody, I thought back in the day, they don't look compassionate at all. I mean, when she found out, she didn't even know she had it. Some lady came like, yeah, I can. That's how she said it like that. My daughter didn't even know it yet. We didn't even know it yet. She was supposed to be like a liaison or in between. That lady was so bold and cold. I report that one, because you don't walk up at nobody out of nowhere and you bust them in the face like that.
Yeah, that's wrong.
Yeah, and so you have people that have very, very poor medical bedside manner. If you treat people with care, and then people are not supposed to become a number that you see all the time. Now you to the point where they're just a number. you know. So anyway, I'm just thankful that you're doing good. I'm inspired by you. Inspired that God got his hands on you, that he got you out here to bless a lot of people. And then you on top of that, look, you have energy to go to work. You have energy to help somebody else and talk their spirit up.
And I
energy to take care of your mom.
I tell you, honey, I be celebrating life. Yes, I my life. I be like, oh, I can lift my hands, and
that's a party every day because you living it.
When you ain't gonna be able to lift your hands or you ain't gonna be able to stump your feet. You know, the person I take care of, people can't do that, you know, and it makes me appreciate being able to do the things that I can do. You know what I'm saying? But I have made up in my mind, whether I'm here or there, I'm good anyway. So I have come with peace with everything in my life. Sometimes you have to come with peace personally, period. You know what I mean? If you afraid to go be with the Lord, because I'm not afraid to go be with the Lord. Like, I done got so prepared on everything going on in my life because it's a natural thing. Now I'm just like, it is what it is. I'm just gonna live. I'm just gonna live.
And you living. So we definitely got you in our prayers. And I know you probably need to get some rest. You need to attend with all this energy, man. I don't know.
How's your daughter now though?
Huh? She don't want me to tell. She's grown, but she don't want me to tell her age. I'll be in so much trouble when I get off this live.
Well, how is she doing as far as her health?
Oh, though? So how is she? She's doing good.
That's great. That's so good. I'm so glad to hear that. I'm so glad.
You're doing good. And we keep praying. We keep sticking with God. Still praying for the blessings. And you know, so when we see somebody like you, even it's more inspiring. And it's amazing to see somebody like you. And we hope that somebody will watch this that's going through anything. Because I like what you said. Even though with all you still have on, you appreciate your life. And like you just named, some people cannot even do nothing. They can't even lift their finger up. And so since you know that you can, and you say you're taking advantage of every breath that you take.
Yes.
You loving yourself, you loving life.
And I tell people, don't waste your time. Like, if you're in a relationship that's failing, or you dealing with anything that's hindering your life from being peaceful, let it go. Let it go. Because I learned, don't waste no time, because you don't know when your last moment coming. So I don't even date, because I ain't letting nobody waste my time. If you come up in my life, you need not to waste none of my time, because my time is precious. I'm gonna tell you that right now. You waste my good precious time, chop, you gotta go. I mean, that's just, people don't understand that until they come into a situation like me. And now you just wasting time. No, don't waste time. Don't get sick to stop wasting time. You know, everybody is the same. Just because you haven't been diagnosed, your time is just as valuable as somebody who may think they're going to die next week or the next day. Because you could walk outside and get hit by a bus. So why waste your time being to be happy? I really feel like everybody should be happy. Like, just don't waste your time being miserable and sad. Be happy as you can, even if you're broke. I'm broke, but I'm happy because I got my eyes open. I got my eyes open. So I want to encourage people to just don't waste your time, and just be thankful for what God has given you, you know?
Well, I just want to say that you're a beautiful person, and just thank you for taking time to respond back to me. To me, it was important. I said, well, God, if she does respond back to me, this would be great. Because I mean, yeah, it's powerful. This whole thing is powerful. And somebody can be blessed by it. I'm blessed by it. So I know I'm blessed by it. And a whole lot of other people will be blessed by it. And you are a blessed woman, a very blessed woman of God. Like you say, you know it. Plus, you have something to tell, because you've been through so many different channels. Well, a lot of people don't get to come out. They don't get to come out sane. They don't get to come out. And then you say you feel good on top of that.
I do. I honestly could say I feel good. I'm like, if they didn't tell me I had cancer, I wouldn't know. I get tired, but that's the only thing. You know, I'm tired because I do take chemo still. Even though I'm in remission, I take a chemo pill. So, you know, that it makes me tired. But at the end of the day, I mean, I ain't gonna complain. I'll take the pill and keep it moving.
Now, can you give me that good news again? The diagnosis, the results today. I want to hear them results one more time.
Doctor walked in the room and said, and your bone scan, CT scan look great. We see one spot, but we're not even sure if that's cancer. She said, we don't know if it's scar tissue or nothing. We will have to biopsy it. And I told her, I don't need no biopsy because I'm all right. I'll let you know if I want a biopsy. And I don't want no biopsy because I know I'm good because the way I feel. So, hey, she said it was great. And this has been like the 6th time. And now I go in there and I just be bold. I have my chest up and I be like, what it say? I used to go in there crying. Not anymore. I just walk in there like, what up? What's up, doctor? She already know. Last time I went in there twerking after she gave me the good news. She said, you gonna just twerk like that? Yeah, I'm a twerk because you just gave me some good news. Regardless of what you say, I mean, I choose to just live now. Girl, she gave my good news. I show up all the time. I don't care.
They said, here she comes.
Because I go in
it was a miracle.
Every time
they know it's a miracle. You are a miracle. Well, once again, thank you for your time. I hope we can get to chat again. We can text, keep in touch. I mean, there's some ideas coming up just for you I think you said it'd be fine, because I think the content you have, people need to see more and more of you. And when they look at it, you're just a real person. If something is not cool, you talk about it, but then you ended up on a good note. You're a real person. You're a real person. And
I try to be authentic.
But it's a lot of fun too.
Yeah.
Usually when you have these conversations, do you hear people laughing and having the balls like we having our own little party, right? When I'm talking to you, we having a party. So all this is very exciting, and I'm
Thank
so happy.
you so much for having me. Thank you.
Look, we love you. You're my sister now. I want you to know that.
I love y'all too, man. I love y'all too.
We'll be back. You tell me when I can holler at you again. So we got some upcoming plans. So we can collaborate together.
Okay.
Look, I want to be on your team. I was gonna say nothing. I want to be on your team. Okay. We're gonna put it out there together. We're gonna put it out there. This is good news, and we're gonna put it out there. So thank you. We love you. God bless you. I'm gonna let you go, girl. So I'll be talking to you too long, and I know you gotta go. You're being kind to us, and so everybody, we sit here with Miss T Strong forever. Amen. Love you.
Have a good night.